Hello everyone, myself Shikha, your English teacher. From today we are starting a grammar session and we are having a lot of fun in learning grammar. So let's move on. Now I will explain the noun in detailed manner with more types that will be beneficial for the students of class 6, 7 and 8. Now I will explain the noun in detailed manner with more types that will be beneficial for the students of class 6, 7 and 8. Now I'm explaining the noun in a little detailed manner. Naming word of a person, quality, idea or state is called noun. So till now we have learned that noun is a name of person, place, animal or thing. Now we are going to learn that quality, idea and state, they will also come in the category of noun. Now see some example and the use of these all in these examples. First example is Sachin is a good cricketer. Now Sachin is the name of person. Kashi is a beautiful place. Now Kashi is a city and it will come in the category of place and all the place will come in noun. I gave her a watch. Now watch is a thing and all things are examples of noun. He is known for his honesty. Now honesty is a kind of quality and all the qualities are the example of noun. Next is the weather is very good. Now good is a type of state, a type of condition. So this will also the example of noun. And the last one is don't lose hope. Now hope here is an idea and all the ideas will come in noun. So with the simple examples I have given the uses of the noun. Now we are going to read all these examples in detail. Types of noun. Now besides proper and common noun, there are more types of noun. Material noun, collective noun, compound noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, singular noun and plural noun. Now we are going to study each type of noun in a detailed manner. We start a types of noun with proper and common noun. So what is proper noun? The name given to a noun which is one of a kind in its own. So all the nouns which are special and one of its own kind, they will all come in proper noun. See the example. Dashrath was the king of Ayodhya. Now Dashrath is the person, but here the name of the person is given. Dashrath means we are talking about one special person. So Dashrath is a proper noun. Now see in the same sentence one another proper noun, Ayodhya. Ayodhya is a name of a place. Many of the place can be there, but here we are talking about one special place, that is Ayodhya. So in this sentence two proper nouns are there. One is Dashrath, the name of the person, and one is Ayodhya, the name of the place. Now second example, Delhi is the capital of India. Again we are talking about one special place, Delhi, because Delhi only one of its own kind, because there is no other Delhi. So Delhi is a special place, so it will come in the category of proper noun. Now common noun. What is common noun? Name given to a noun of same class is the common noun. Means all the classes that are same category that will come in common noun. Now see the example. Girls are hardworking. Now here we are talking about girls. We are not talking about any special girl. Girls can be any, two girls, four girls, or girls of this house, girls of that school, girls of that country or city, means any of the girl can come. Okay, so girls will come in the category of common noun. Next example is birds live in nest. Now so many birds are there and all birds are living in the nest. We are not talking about any special kind of bird here. So bird again is a type of common noun. Exception. Exception means some of the examples that are not following the rules of the noun. Sometimes proper nouns are used as common nouns when they represent the quality they possesses. In such case, we use the before the proper noun. Means sometimes we use the proper noun and common noun both in one sentence, and that time proper noun is showing some quality, and at that time we have to put the before the proper noun. Now see the example. Savita is the Lata Mangeshkar of our school. Now here we are talking about a girl, Savita, okay, who is in the school, and she is Lata Mangeshkar. Now who is Lata Mangeshkar? Lata Mangeshkar is a very good singer. So here we want to show the quality of good singing. So the sentence want to say that Savita is the good singer of our school. Generally we never place the before the name, but here we have placed the Lata Mangeshkar. Why? Because we are not presenting the person, we are presenting the quality that that person is having. So Lata Mangeshkar is a good singer, that's why we want to show the quality of singing. Next example, my brother is the Dhoni of his cricket team. Now everybody knows about Dhoni. Dhoni is a very good cricketer. So here we have placed the before Dhoni, means we want to show the quality of Dhoni, of good playing. Okay. So this sentence again want to say that my brother is very good player of his cricket team. So, proper noun as a common noun. It means Savita is a very good singer like Lata Mangeshkar, and his brother is a very good cricketer like Dhoni. So, in this condition, we use proper noun to show some quality. Look at the examples of common and proper noun. First chart is showing some examples of common noun, and second chart is showing some example of proper noun. So first move on to the examples of common noun. Book, park, train, wheel, baby, candy. Now all these things can be many of its own kind. Now in the proper noun, President Obama, August, Saturn, Nissan Quest, Jackson Elementary, California. Now here we are talking about some speciality. President Obama is a special person. Here we are talking about the August, means that a particular month. Saturn is a kind of planet. Nissan Quest is a type of model of the car. Jackson Elementary is the name of a school, and California, here again we are talking about a special city. So first chart is showing all the general things that will come in common noun, and second chart is showing all the special things that will come in proper noun. Moving towards more types of noun, material noun. Material objects are not the things in themselves but are used to produce new things from them. Now, material means substance. So here we are talking about some substances, some material out of which we make so many things. Like see the example, gold is a costly metal. Now here gold will be a material out of which we make so many things, like your mama wear jewelry, like necklace, bangles and rings. So these all jewelries are made of gold. So gold is a type of material noun. Window is made up of wood. Now window is a kind of thing, and it is made of which material? Wood. So wood will come in the category of material noun. Now see some more example, like oil. Oil is a material. Chalk. Chalk is a type of material. Water. Water is a kind of material. And sugar. Sugar is again a kind of material, and all these will come in the category of material noun. Look at these examples so that you can understand the material noun in better way. The name of a substance of which the things are made. So in material noun we talk about the material and not about the things. As you can see here in these examples, the name of these things have not been given, but the material out of which the things are made, that material is given. Like the first picture is of chair, and chair is made of wood. So wood is a kind of material. Second picture is of a carton, and carton is made of a cardboard. So cardboard will be a material. Third picture is showing a house, and it is made of bricks and cement. Fourth picture is showing a book that is made of a paper. In next example, a bag is given that is made of leather, and its last example is showing a cup that is made of plastic. So wood, cardboard, bricks, cement, paper, leather, plastic, they all are material out of which we make so many things. So they will all come in the category of material noun. Next type is collective noun. Noun that refers to group, collection or gatherings of the object, animals, peoples, things is called collective nouns. Collective is called collection, means more than one thing, more than one person, more than one place. So when the things will come in the numbers, many of the numbers, that will come in the collective noun. For example, committee, government, police, army, team. Now committee, there will not be one person in committee. Government means not a one person, many person can be there. Police, if the police means inspector also, then havaldar also, okay. And army, so many soldiers are there in the army. And team is again the group of the person. Some more example with the picture is given here. A bucket or a bunch of flowers, a hail of bullets, a heap of rubbish, a hedge of bushes, a list of names, a bowl of rice, a hand of bananas, a heap of stones, a line of cars, a necklace or a string of pearls. Now see, so many things in this example have been given and all the things are in groups. But you can see the group, the name of the group is different. Like flowers, we cannot write group of flowers. We will write bucket or bunch of flowers. In next, bullets means the bullets that comes out from the gun. Okay, for that, if the bullets, so many bullets are coming out of the gun, then we will write a hail of bullets, not a group of bullet. Okay. Now rubbish, see, so many garbage is there, so we will not write a group of garbage, we will write a heap of garbage. Next is the picture of bushes. If so many bushes are there, we will write a hedge of bushes. Now next are the names. If we are writing so many names, then that name will come in the category of a list of names. Now next picture is showing a bowl of rice. Then so many bananas are there, though we will not write a bunch of banana. There is another name for the collection of the banana, that is a hand of bananas. Now next are the group of stone. Many of the stones are there. If the many of the stones are there, we will call it a heap of stone. Now a line of cars means so many car is going line by line, then we will not go a group of car is going. What we will say? A line of car. And next the pearls. If so many pearls are there, then we will say a necklace or a string of pearls. So here you can see the collection of different thing has the different name. So we will name particular things with the particular collective nouns. I have brought many examples of collective noun for your better understanding. Collective nouns can be divided according to the category of people, animals and things. Means if there are number of peoples, number of animals, number of things present in the groups, then there will be the name, different name of each collection. Now see, I'm going to read the first category of people for you. A band of man means if so many persons are there, then we will call that a band of man. A cast of actors. Now if there are so many actors, then we will say a cast of actors, not a band of actors or a group of actors. The different name of this collection will be a cast of actors. If there are so many librarians, we will say a stake of librarians. If there are many of the judges present, we will say a sentence of judges. For the beauties means for beautiful girls, we are going to say a galaxy of beauties. Girls, if there are so many girls are present there, then we will say a bevy of girls. For the group of singers, we will say a choir of singers. And for the smokers, if so many smokers are smoking there, we will say a hack of smokers. So you can see all these are people, all these are different professional peoples, but we are using different collection name for the different people. So all the collections, all the groups of the people will come in the different collective noun. Now we come on the animal category. A colony of girls, a brood of hens. Now see, in this category we are defining different type of animals, okay, and the group of the animals are given different collective nouns, like a colony of girls, a brood of hens, a flight of birds, a flock of turkeys, a group of guinea pigs, a litter of cubs, a kennel of dogs, and a sloth of bears. Means different animals, if they are present in the groups, then different collective noun will be used. And the last category is of things. A batch of cakes, a bottle of milk, a bowl of rice, a box of cereal, a can of soda, a carton of milk, and a cup of tea. Now again, the collection, the group of different thing is having different collective noun. Like we cannot write a bottle of cakes or a bowl of milk. No, this will be wrong. We have to follow the right collective nouns for the particular collection of the things. Now see, these are the things that you have to learn. There is no any particular rule about this collective noun. There is some collective nouns previously given to each and every type of group, and that we have to learn. Next is compound noun. These nouns are made up of two or more smaller words. Means compound means two things. Okay, we join two things together and make one thing out of two things. Like see the example: textbook, snowball, seafood, sunflower. Now see, any of the example you take, each example is having two words. Like textbook, text is one word and book is another word. We join these two words and one complete word has come out, that is textbook. Snow is again a different word and ball is again a different word. We join these two words and it has made snowball. Seafood, sea is another word, food is another word. We join and make seafood. And in the last example, sun is again a particular word and flower is again a particular word. We join these words and it is come out like sunflower. Now see some examples of compound nouns through the picture. Break plus fast equal to breakfast. Now you can see break means to break something and fast means to run fast. Okay, when we join these words, then it will come out as another word, breakfast. Now the meaning of all these words has also changed. Okay, like break means to break something, fast mean to run fast, but when we join together, then it will come in breakfast. And what is the meaning of breakfast? That we have in the morning time. Now see, some of the compound noun is a noun which is made up of two or more words. Now see some more examples, like hair cut, ice cream, rainforest, football, aircraft, bathroom, self-esteem, eggplant, software, armchair, and fireman. All these examples are having two words, and when we join these two words, one third new word will come out, that is called compound noun. Let's see some more example of compound noun so that we can better understand this type of noun. Apple tree, bathroom, birds of prey, bus stop, cat fish, courthouse, database, daughter-in-law, downstairs, eggplant, eyeball, father-in-law, fire drill, football, hold up. Now in the first line of this example, you have seen a new thing, that some of the words has been joined with the hyphen. There is a small line between, like birds of prey. You can see two hyphens are there. After birds one hyphen, and after of there is one hyphen. So like this, if we join the words, they will also come in the category of compound nouns. Okay, so some of the words joined with the hyphens are birds of prey, daughter-in-law, father-in-law. They also joined two or three words in one word. They will also come in the category of compound noun. Now let's move on to the second line. Housekeeper, ladybug, lawnmower, mother-in-law, necktie, seafood, skydiving, son-in-law, textbook, thunderstorm, toothbrush, training room, upstairs, underwear, underwood. Now in this line also, the combination of two words and the combination of three words joined with the hyphens are given. So all these examples will come in compound noun. Now try to take out more and more examples by joining the words, but remember, whatever the third word is coming after joining two words, that should have a meaning, means that new word must have a meaning, only then that will come in a category of compound noun. Next type is concrete noun, a noun which refers to physical object which can be sensed by a sense organ. Now concrete means original. Okay, here we are talking about the original things. So whatever the original things that we can see, that we can touch, that we can smell, that we can hear, means we can use our body senses. So those all things will come in the category of concrete noun. Like see the example, milk, potato, mango, plates, fox. Now these all are original things, means you can see mango, you can see potato, you can see mango, you can see plate, and you can also see fox. Some of the concrete noun examples is given in the picture, like baby. We can see the baby. Tree, we can see and touch the tree. Then flowers, flowers we can see, we can touch, we can smell. Then elephant, elephant is an animal, you can touch, you can see. Computer, computer you as a concrete, again the original thing, you can see the computer. And water, you can drink the water, you can see water, you can touch water. So all these original things are the example of concrete noun. See this chart of concrete noun. Nouns that can you taste with your mouth, touch with your hand, see with your eyes, smell with your nose, and hear with your ears. So all the things that we can see, we can taste, we can smell, we can touch, we can hear, they all will come in the category of concrete nouns. And some of the example, like cup, cup we can see and touch. Cake we can taste and touch. Ball we can touch and see. Chair we can again see and touch. Keys again we can touch and see. So any of the senses, body senses you are using to see or taste or smell or hear, so all will come in concrete nouns. Next type is abstract noun. An abstract noun is a noun which represents an idea, quality, or a state which does not represent a concrete noun. Now abstract means some invisible thing. Okay, now in this category those noun will come that you cannot see, that you cannot hear, that you cannot touch, means all the invisible thing will come in abstract noun. And what can be these type of things? Like an idea, quality, condition. You cannot see an quality and idea, you cannot touch them, you can just feel them. So the examples are truth, happiness, love, hatred, envy. So these all the things are there. You cannot touch the truth and happiness, you cannot taste love and hatred, you cannot see them, but only you can feel them. So some more example with the picture of abstract noun, like favorite. Pizza is my favorite. Pizza you can see, but the favorite, the word favorite, that is abstract noun. Bravery means you are brave, means I can see you, you are brave. But bravery, bravery is a type of abstract noun. Friendship, everybody is having friends, so you can see your friend, you can touch your friend, you can talk to your friend. But friendship is invisible thing that you are having with your friend, that is called friendship, that is invisible, you cannot see friendship. So friendship is a type of abstract noun. Childhood, now when we are small and playing in the garden, means we can see the small children playing in the garden, but the state, the condition of that small children is called childhood, and childhood is a type of abstract noun. And anger, here see a man is getting anger, you can see the man but you cannot see the anger, so anger will come in the category of abstract noun. So all the things that you can feel inside your mind but you can not see and touch, that they all things will come in the category of abstract noun. See this chart of abstract noun. An abstract noun is a thing that you cannot see, touch, or place in a box. So all the things that you cannot see with your eyes, cannot touch with your hands, and you cannot keep them in a box, they all will come in the category of abstract noun. Like love, friendship, happiness, peace, responsibility, fear, means all these things will come that you can feel they are all abstract nouns. Now here are two types of noun, countable and uncountable. First we see countable nouns. A noun which can be counted is called countable noun. So very simple, all the things that we can count in the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 till 100, that all will come in countable noun. Examples: chair, nose, bangles, pillows. So we can easily count chair, nose, bangles as well as pillows. So they will all come in countable noun. Now uncountable nouns are the nouns which cannot be counted, and that are called uncountable noun. So all the things that we cannot count in numbers, like water, hair, furniture, rain, sunshine. We cannot count water and hair. If it's raining outside, I cannot say you just go and count the rain, how many rains are there. No, we cannot count sunshine. So all these things that we cannot count, they will come in uncountable noun. Now see the examples of food categories given, and some countable foods are given here and some uncountable foods are given here. Now let's see first countable foods: burger, sandwiches, hot dogs, cherries, apples, grapes, oranges, gooseberries, watermelons. Means you can count. You can say, give me 2 burgers, give me 2 apples. Okay, I want to eat. Give me watermelon, 2 pieces of watermelon. Give me 4 cherries. Means these all will come in countable category, because these are divided. Apple is different thing, watermelon is different food, orange is different food. So they will all come in the countable category. Now see uncountable category: bread, fruits, juice, meat, rice, cereal, milk, coffee, tea. Now these are uncountable. You cannot count bread, because bread can be in any shape. That can be a loaf bread, that can be a garlic bread, that can be the slices of bread. Okay, so you cannot count the shape. So bread will come in uncountables. Now fruits. Now like in countables, we have divided the fruits. Apple is different, watermelon is different, oranges are different. So that's why we can count them. But when we are placing them together, so many fruits as you can see in the picture, then all the fruits, that when it combined and joined together, they will come in uncountables. Now juice is a type of liquid, so juice will come in uncount, because you cannot count the liquid. Now meat again, meat can be in any shape and it will come according to the measurement, so it will come in uncountable. Rice, now rices are so small, so tiny. Cereals, any type of grain, again they are so tiny. Like you mix cornflakes is a type of grain. You cannot count them because they are so tiny and they are in numbers of, you cannot count a bowl of rice. So they will all come in uncountable noun. Milk, tea and coffee, again they are liquid and we cannot count the liquid in numbers. So all the liquid also will come in uncountable noun. More examples see through the chart of countable and uncountable noun. First, countable nouns: eggs, we can count the eggs. Bananas, we can count the bananas. Olives and fries, we can count olives as well as fries. Burger and hot dog, we can count burger and hot dog. Apple and carrots, now one is fruit and one is vegetable and we can count them. Tomatoes and watermelon, now we can count, there are 5 tomatoes and half watermelon. Now come to uncountable noun: milk and flour. Milk is a type of liquid and flour is a kind of powder, so we cannot count liquid and powder, so they will come in uncountables. Salt and sugar, again they are in the form of grains and powder, we cannot count. Jam and meat, now jam is a type of spread, is a type of cream, and meat comes in any shape according to the measurement, like 1 kg meat, 250 gram meat. Okay, so they will come in uncountable category. Rice and honey, now rice are so small grain, we cannot count. Honey again is a type of liquid, a thick liquid, we cannot count. Tea and cheese, tea is a kind of liquid and cheese comes in shape, you cannot count tea as well as cheese, so they will all come in uncountable category. So I hope you can now make the difference between countables and uncountables. Now at the last, two types of noun remain: singular and plural noun. Singular noun, a singular noun names one person, place, things or idea. So singular means single. Single means one. So in this noun, we will put only one person, one place, one thing or one idea. Now plural nouns are the names more than one person, place, things or ideas. Now in plural noun, we can keep more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing or idea. Most singular noun needs s at the end to become plural. Now how we make the singular noun into the plural? By adding s at the end. And how it can be done? See through the example. Now one category is of the singular noun and one line is of plural noun. Now see, bird. Bird means only one bird, and birds. Birds means many birds, and how we make it plural? By adding s at the end. Broom. Broom means only one broom, and brooms contain many brooms, and how it become plural? By adding s at the end. Same as camel, camels, desk, desks, doll, dolls, egg, eggs, flower, flowers. So first line is showing the singular noun and second line is showing the plural noun. Now some more example. Folk, folks, game, games, lamp, lamps, nest, nests, pen, pens, photo, photos, shirt, shirts. So here you can see first line is showing all the singular noun without s, and another line is showing all the plural nouns by adding s at the end. So these were the singular noun and plural noun. Now I have explained all the types of noun. Now at the last I just want to give you a quick recap of all the types of nouns so that you can get the revision of all the nouns. So first was common nouns. Common noun was non-specific people, place, things or idea. Examples are man, city, religion, etc. Now proper noun is a specific people, place or things. Examples Albert Einstein, London, etc. Abstract noun are the nouns something that you cannot see with your five senses. Example belief, love, pride, happiness. And then concrete noun. Concrete noun are the nouns that you can perceive with your five senses like apple, line, eyes, flowers and etc. Now next is countable noun, the noun that can be counted in numbers. Examples are pencil, pencils, apple, apples, train, clock and so many things. Now next is uncountable noun. Uncountable noun are those nouns that we cannot count. All the liquids, powder and grains come. For example, milk, music, food, water, snow, rice. Okay. Next is compound noun. Compound nouns contain two or more smaller words and make out a third new word like textbook, snowball, seafood, sunflower. So this was compound noun. Next was collective noun. Collective noun refer to the group of things as a whole. For example, bunch, audience, flock, group or a family. Next were singular noun refer to one person, one place, thing or idea. For example, cat, dog, ship, monkey, hero. Okay, and then at the last it will come plural noun. Plural noun refers to more than one person, place, things or idea. For example, dogs, cats, ships, babies, etc. So here we have completed a part of speech, first part of a noun with its type and lots of example. I hope you understood and try to give more and more example yourself. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll meet again.